forwards versus backs. Who would hit harder? Well, let's find out in this video. If you're enjoying it, like and subscribe. Now, who would hit harder? To answer that question, you will need to first answer the question, who hits better? Okay? Now, to pull off an impressive hit, to pull off a great hit, you need technique. If you don't have the proper form, you won't be pulling off any big hit. The only thing that we pulled off is you from the field, okay? That's all it comes down to. You can be the biggest bloke on the field, but if you have no form, no technique, if you don't know what you're doing, then you won't be pulling off any big hit. That's all it comes down to, just technique. Now, I've been fortunate enough to play in the backs and the forwards. I started off my career as a winger, just a small, frail little winger. And then when the years gone on, I've transitioned into a forward where I still play to this day. And which position do I like playing better? That's in a video in itself. I'll save that for another video. But yeah, and I've taken some big hits from both forwards and backs, and I would explain what positions do it better. Now, let's start off with the obvious one, which is the forwards. Now, most people will choose this as the position to pull off the better hit because they're much more bigger in size, and with that size comes a lot of strength. And they use that strength to just bully their opponents. I mean, we've seen some massive men just bulldoze over everyone. Sam Burgess, David Kidwell, Sonny Bill Williams. It all comes down to that shoulder where they're placing it. They don't need to worry about, maybe I shouldn't go too high because he might throw me over. That's the beauty of playing as a forward. When you got that size and that strength, you could just muscle your opponent, and you'll be coming off you'll be coming off the best in that tackle, and that's what forwards have that the backs don't. Now, don't get me wrong, the backs do have strength. I mean, if you're a rugby league player, you need strength, okay? But forwards, they're built for strength. They're built for taking big hits, and that's what the forwards have, is just strength to bully their opponents. They can stand flat forward and wait for that opponent to come to throw off that big hit. But the backs, what do the backs have that the forwards don't? Well, obviously most backs are smaller in size than the forwards. That's not always the case, but they are usually smaller in forwards. But what they lack in size and strength, they gain in speed. Now, I don't mean speed as in sprinting speed. I mean speed as in acceleration. To go from 0 to 100 in a split second. That's what the backs have, and they use that in their hits. Because look at this, right? If you have someone, your opponent, and he's running full belt, 100% at you, carrying all this momentum and force, and he launches your body at you, it's gonna hurt. And this is what the backs have that the forwards don't, right? Because they do have strength. Not as much as the forwards, but they do have strength. And they have technique. And if they're just going to launch their body at you, carrying all that momentum, it's going to hurt. And it's going to guarantee you on the ground, in pain, winded, broken ribs, anything. And this is what the backs have that the forwards don't. They got speed, acceleration. They can carry that momentum, And we've seen backs do this to forwards as well, where they just sprint to their opponent and just launch their body at them. With that proper technique, they can pull off a big hit. So who pulls off the better hit? It just depends, really. That's all it comes down to. It can be either position. Forwards can bully their opponents with their strength, and the backs can use their speed and momentum to just launch their body at you. It's really hard to choose between one. Which hit do I think is better? Well, I always love a forward, launching their body and just, muscling their opponent to the ground. But I don't know, it may just be me, but nothing's better than just seeing a back, just seeing a winger or a center running full 100% at their opponent and just launching their body at them, like we've seen in the past with the best that ever did it, and Steve Maddai, and his winger George Tafua. They used to do it the best, and well, and that's what they're known for. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think a forward hits better than a back, or do you think a back hits better than a forward? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, like and subscribe, do all that good shit, and I'll see you on the next one.